This video is for 1C in our first textbook, Coding Links, Absolute and Relative URLs. There are two main types of links that you can use when you're coding links to a web page. There's the absolute link that goes to an external website that takes you off of the one you're working on, and there's the relative URL that keeps you on the same website. The difference is the absolute has the complete file path and is very long. The relative is shorter since it's staying on the same website. So the main thing you need to know about links, they're the things that bring the interactivity to web pages. They're the hyper in hypertext. So they allow people to click and either go to another website, open up a page on the same site, or even open up a file such as a Word document, a PDF, or a video file. So we're picking up with the same file we were working on before for the web page in the last exercise. It's the Microsoft.html. This is what our page was finished with in our last exercise. So let's go over to our code editor, Sublime Text, and let's add a link. We're going to add an external link that goes to Microsoft up here. We're going to use an absolute URL. We're going to add an absolute link URL to the Onion to go to their website. We're going to use a relative URL on Read More to go to an internal page. So we're going to put 3 links onto this page and test them. So let's do the Microsoft one first. Let's go up to the top and in our code, right before it says Microsoft Corporation, we're going to put the tag in for our link. So we'll bracket, the tag is an anchor tag, that's an A, give it a space. href for hypertext reference is our attribute. Then you go equal, put a quotation mark in, and the value is the address the link will go to. So we're going to put in the full absolute URL, http://www.microsoft.com. Close it. Now I'm intentionally going to make an error to show you what happens if we don't put a closing tag here. We should close it with an closing anchor tag right after corporation, but I'm going to make an error purposely to show you what happens when this error occurs, so when you do it on your pages you'll know what's going on. So I'm just going to save as Microsoft.html, save that, refresh the page. What's cool is we start our link right where we wanted it, Microsoft Corporation, but you see that all the text after that down the whole page links to that one link. If we click on this, it should take us to the Microsoft page, and there's the Microsoft page. So that's not a good page. We don't want all of this to be a link in our text content, so we're going to go back and fix that. We only want to click on the Microsoft Corporation for the link. So I'm going to put a closing A tag right after corporation. I'm going to save that. And when we refresh, watch what happens to our link text. You can see it's only Microsoft Corporation. We click on that. That's a cleaner, more functional page. We're also going to do that to the Onion down at the bottom. So let's go down to that next absolute link. And we're going to put our opening anchor tag right before the Onion. Down here on line 27, clicking right before the Onion. Put a bracket, put the anchor tag, give it a space, the attribute of href equals, quotation mark in there, and it's http for the absolute URL, :// and it's www.theonion.com. Close your quotes, close your opening tag, and then before the closing P tag, right at the end of the Onion, let's go and click in there and put our closing A tag in there. And that's another absolute URL. It's the full address path along with HTTP. So let's save that. Let's refresh our browser. You notice we now have the linking blue text down here. I'm going to click on this. There's the onion. That's a successful link. You notice it replaced our website. That's not good. You want to basically keep people on the website that you are running. So what you want to do with an absolute URL to a new website, you want to open that in either a new browser tab or a new browser window. So let me show you how to do that. We're going to do that for both the Microsoft and for the Onion. So we come back to our code editor, and right here in our opening linking tag for Microsoft.com, after you finish the value for the first attribute, you've closed the quotes. You're going to click in right after those quotes before the bracket, give it a space, and this is code you use to open the absolute URL in a new browser tab or window. You're going to go target, which is your attribute, equals, put some quotes in, and this is going to be your value, and it's going to be underscore blank. That means open in a new tab or window. And as most good coders will do, there's no reason to there's no reason to code this again. You can just copy this target equals underscore blank. So I'm going to do that. Edit copy. Come down and put it the same place. After this first value, I'll give it a space. I'll edit paste that because the attribute value will do the same thing. Notice they will go to different websites though, because this one goes to the Onion and this one goes to Microsoft. So let's save that and check it. Let's refresh this. Now when we click on Microsoft Corporation, you can see it opened in a new tab up here. We still have the website that we are running, that we want to keep people on our website, but when we offer them a link to an external site, we open a new tab or window by target equals underscore blank. Let's check it with the Onion to make sure that code works. And there's the Onion in a new tab, but we still have our original website right here. Other things to know about the tag, the anchor tag to create a link, it's known as an inline tag. That means after this tag closes, you notice that it does not create a line of white space. Remember from our previous exercise that the heading tags and the paragraph tags created a line of white space after we made those tags. The link tag, ahref, is an inline tag and just lets content flow right after you close that tag. So we have one more thing we want to do. We want to make the short relative URL for the read more. That's going to be on our same website. So it's a little shorter URL. So we're going to go to where it says read more. Right here, click in right after the opening EM tag. And let's code our bracket a space href equals. Let's put the value in now. This is going to be a relative value. There's a quote. I'll put the other quote. And inside those quotes, I'm going to put in the page name on the same site. And we're going to call this one. This is a pre-made page that came with the book content. So we don't have to make this page. We already have it. This is just going to be the name of the page, WALL-street. Let's see, nope, just wall-street.html. And then I'm going to close my bracket down here. I'm going to close the A, but I'm going to close it before we get to the closing EM tag. Keep your tags in proper order. That closes that. Save as. Refresh that. We now see that we have a blue read more. And we're going to click and it's going to be on the same site, so it's going to replace it in the same tag, but it was a Wall Street page that came with the book content. So remember, absolute URLs are longer with the full address and go to external websites. Relative URLs are shorter and are used to link to internal pages on a website. And you can open new pages to external websites in new tabs or browser windows by the target equals underscore blank.